Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Belladonna. So last time, we were en route to collecting the items, and for whatever reason, I made an assumption that the game decided to take away my inventory. It turns out it didn't. For whatever weird reason, and it took me messing around with this, I don't know why, but apparently after the cutscene played, my inventory of items apparently has the ability to be closed and opened. I never knew this, and to make it even more irritating, as I stated, not knowing this, apparently after the cutscene played and we were talking about Belladonna and all that stuff, my inventory closed. So I had assumed that the game took away my items. It did not. The game was just trying to be a pain in the butt. So anyway, we shall now continue onward.
Just tie this rope to the lantern.
So now that we're doing that, we'll just continue on. Because I don't know why the game didn't give us any hassle at all until after the cutscene.
Lower the lantern into the hole.
Yes. Now we're good. Now, so we can get.
Amazing. I must be directly underneath the mausoleum in the cemetery.
Yes, we are. Anyway, so very sorry if I sound a little frustrated, because in our last episode I tried walking around a bit, thinking to myself, maybe for whatever reason the game wants me to go about getting the items a different way, but no.
I can't believe it.
That's not it.
It's another letter. How did it end up down here?
I don't know. And whoa! So, wait, this is from us now. This is a letter from us. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if Belladonna's writing and the doctor's writing was hard to read, well actually no, this isn't that hard. This is a little easier to read, thank goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead. Clara Stieber. After insistent probing from my Lady Belladonna, I too take to the pen come evening. The scribbling does not come as readily for me as it does for her, yet I do most certainly see the appeal in the activity. So much has happened in my life of late, my brain is overflowing with joy and secrets and disorder, and if I manage to write down a map of but a fraction of it all, that would be an enormous relief. Verily, it all centers around Belladonna, this regent of the castle, who has turned her benevolent face towards me, and thus filled my person with happiness. Wait, whoa, benevolent? Oh, that's not a positive term. I had previously thought unimaginable. I still remember the first time I saw her, standing next to her husband when I took up work in the household, and I remember how she seemed to me to glow. The two of them lost a child shortly after that, and the tragedy would linger in the castle for a long time. All the other servants started to leave one by one, but as much as I wanted to, I found myself unable. I kept postponing my departure with each new day, and I found myself dancing around Belladonna's flame, drawn to it as strongly as I had been from that first glance. By the time she finally recovered from her melancholy, I was the only one left in the castle, and it was at this time the miracle happened. Belladonna saw me in a new way. This tempestuous, weird words for me, affair galloping around, world-shaking, and yet so quiet, so hidden. The castle is ours to rule as we please, but only as long as we do not arouse the suspicion of the grave-robbing goblin in the basement. It is as if I have stepped into one of the fairy stories my grandmother used to tell. But Nana's stories always ended with someone losing their head or being eaten alive. Though seemingly everlasting, this bliss of ours, a seed of doubt, is growing in my heart. Belladonna is married, after all, and who am I to break their wedlock? Theirs is not a happy union, true, but I am seducing my love to break her vows and soil her soul, and what wretched ruin will that bring upon us? For a long while Belladonna was all I dreamed about, my queen and goddess, and my deepest wish was for her to let me into her life and let me worship her. I thought I would give up anything for that, but now that I am here, I wonder if I have sacrificed too much. Belladonna comes from high society, and if she doesn't realize just how much she takes for granted, it is still clear who is the lady and who is the servant. Can I keep on living like this, or will I have to do the unthinkable and leave her? I made Belladonna promise not to read anything I wrote, and looking at what I have just put down in ink, the weight of that promise is clear. I have forged into words thoughts I did not know I had, and it is vital that these pages remain secluded from prying eyes. Secrets upon secrets. I shall hide this letter inside the old armor in the basement, whom I call Ronald the Bard, where I doubt anyone will find it. I'm descending into that dungeon as soon as I'm done here, and I'll hide this note on my way, as the master has asked me to fetch for him a certain plant from the greenhouse. As strange as this whole situation is, I must still obey his requests, if only to keep up appearances. Okay, so that is our last letter, which means we're nearing the end of this game. I'm honestly thinking. Alright, sarcophagus.
Here's Francisca's coffin, but the lid is much too heavy for me to lift. Maybe I could break it open, but I'll need some sort of big hammer or mace for that.
Let's see. Can we use this?
The things one does for love. You look very peaceful, but I do so need your head. How shall I remove it? With some surgical tool from the laboratory, perhaps?
Let's see, don't we have something like that? Yeah, we do. We got a saw. Sorry, lady.
Now to carefully remove the head. It's remarkably well preserved.
Okay. That is creepy looking. That is a creepy looking head. Alright, so we have the skull. Let's see. Was there more than one way to get out of here? Or is this... Oh, wait. Oh, there's another angel statue, actually.
Another angel? Are you the third sibling? What did you do to get put down here? Is your name Gwendolyn?
Okay, so let's see. Let's try to go back up. Can we... Okay, there we go. Exit. Alright, so now... Wait a minute. Why is there bloodstains? These were not here before.
Looks like Belladonna has dragged the body down to the laboratory already.
That's great. We still need to go get the parts from the clock. I gotta admit, in such a short amount of time, this tale became very dark very quickly. Let's see, let's head back to the hall, get the grandfather clock. Make the slow trek to the grandfather clock. You know, we could have gone up this way, but for whatever reason she went up the other way.
I see a lot of mechanical parts in there. I need to get them out somehow.
And we should have a tool for that. Our trusty screwdriver.
This faithful screwdriver will do the trick. Time to turn this old clock into a slightly peculiar wardrobe.
Okay. Alright, so we have all of our parts. I think because, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and head down to the laboratory. I'm guessing from the bloodstains that chances are Belladonna's already down there. If she's not, then we'll come back up to the study. But I'm hoping, for the sake of this game, and for, you know, considering what would logically make sense, that she'd already be down there. But then again, this is a game. Games don't tend to use normal logic. Nope, games use game logic, which is there is no logic. It's just whatever goes, basically. Come on, go down. Nope, go down. Hopefully she's down here. Oh, yeah, something's down here. There. Oh yeah, well, wait, no, she is already down here. Okay, so there's the body. There's her.
Welcome to the lab of horrors.
Okay, doopy-doopy-doo. Alright, I have Francisca's head.
Francisca's head.
Well done. Just give it to me and I will attach it to the neck.
I took some parts from the old clock.
Well done. Let me put them into the creation.
I have the brain.
Well done. Please give it to me.
And now the final question. I found something else in the crypt.
I found something else in the crypt. Another note. One I'd written myself when I was alive. I think we need to talk.
What is the matter, dear?
Oh, dot dot dot.
It's just... forget it. It doesn't matter.
What?
Let's focus on what we're doing here.
Yes, let's get this creation moving.
Okay, sure. Let's not bring it up.
I'll get going.
Alright, let's give her the clockwork
Thank
parts.
you, dear.
Great, we're getting dramatic music. That's not good.
Thank you, dear.
Yeah, we're getting dramatic music. This isn't gonna end well.
Thank you, dear. The creation is complete. All we need to do now is force life into these dead limbs. That big switch on the wall initiates the procedure. Will you have the honor, my dear?
Gladly.
Yeah, sure. Let's not question what could go wrong here.
Time has come. I've wanted to pull this thing since the first time I saw it.
It's alive.
Okay. I guess that's it. Wow. That's all there is to it. The end. Okay, well that's it essentially. It looks like that's the end of the game. This was a much shorter game than I thought it was, actually. Very much shorter game than I thought it was. Very, very short. So, as we can see, in the end, we chose to help Belladonna. She apparently made an evil army of the undead. Along with the cat. Oh, look, there's the cat! Oh my goodness, there's the cat. So, yay, the cat got resurrected. So we don't feel so bad about killing the cat. But yep, that's the end of this game. So there we go. That was it. So let's see. The game is by Misticas-haven. Voices were by Tess Baines. The original music was by Michael Chait. Oh really? You know, it was mainly two main melodies in this song, in this whole game. Well, technically three, I guess, if you count the dramatic music. I have to admit, this is actually kind of a fun game. It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I assumed it was going to be long, which is why I went ahead and made the episodes a little longer than I guess what I would have. But definitely not a very long game. Very, very short. Definitely very, very short. I guess overall, I do enjoy the art style. Definitely like the art style. Had to admit, I found it interesting. I don't know. I guess I'm a little bothered by how in the end, Clara didn't, she didn't say what she felt like she needed to say to Belladonna. But I guess in some parts of her mind, she figured, we've gotten this far. There's just no going back. But honestly, this is let's see. Let me lower the volume down a bit. For the most part, this is actually a fun game. I have to admit, I liked it. It's very short. It's much shorter than I thought it was. But I guess with a point-and-click game, there's only so much you can do, depending on the game, depending on the style. I'm not sure what the next game will be as far as like what I'm gonna do, or as far as like the next Let's Play. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this was gonna be longer than it was gonna be, but apparently it wasn't. It was a much shorter game than I thought it was, so I'm definitely gonna have to figure out our next Let's Play. Oh boy, oh boy. But that's okay. I mean, I have a couple of games on Steam, and I actually do have at least maybe 1-2 emulators that on my computer here I can probably see there's stuff on there to do. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. We definitely will. I don't know. But, if any of you guys out there, if you enjoyed the episode, you enjoyed what you saw, you liked it overall, you can let me know in the comment section, suggest a few games here or there. If all else fails, suggest some titles that I could look into playing. Honestly, depending on, what they are, I'll look into them. I'll see if they catch my interest, if they're even really worth doing a Let's Play on. I try to stick to something that, generally will be a little longer. That way there's actually at least more or less, content guaranteed to be provided, as opposed to doing like short games or one-offs or stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the next Let's Play. Like I said, I have a few other games. Whenever I downloaded this game, there was a few other games that I also purchased with it as well that were a similar genre to this. Not like point and click, but like still similar, a Gothic theme and stuff to it. But yeah, short game. Regardless of that, if you enjoyed the episode, you know, enjoyed it overall, if you liked the story, if you thought it had a good ending, a bad ending, whatever it is, you know, like, fave, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I guess with that said, I will see you guys around later. Much. Bye.